To share with you, since a few minutes ago we met here in the office of the Presidency of the National Assembly with relatives of Venezuelans who were killed, executed extrajudicially in the actions that are clearly illegitimate and illegal, which have been perpetrated since September 2nd by members of the military forces of the United States of America. As you can see, we have safeguarded the identities of these relatives, since they have been receiving threats from sectors and individuals who have a strong interest in preventing them from telling the truth and from clarifying the facts. We inform you that for tomorrow, Monday, we will call an extraordinary session of the National Assembly, for the purpose of proposing the formation of a commission of deputies, a special commission to investigate the serious events that led to the killing of Venezuelans in waters of the Caribbean Sea. A Washington Post article, dated September 2nd, reported on what it described as the first lethal kinetic attack. Eyewitnesses say 2 people survived the initial assault but were injured. According to the article, the order given was kill them all, and the 2 injured survivors were allegedly executed amid the wreckage of the boat. And some of the questions we can ask ourselves are, why is a bipartisan committee appointed? Why are Republicans and Democrats participating in equal parts in these committees that will investigate the events? Well, because if it is demonstrated, as President Maduro has been saying for quite some time, as President Petro has said, as the government of Venezuela has said, as the government of Colombia and many other governments around the world have said, what is happening since September 2nd in the Caribbean Sea is clearly illegal, is clearly illegitimate and violates international humanitarian law, violates the United Nations Charter, violates the Human Rights Charter and also undermines the laws related to navigation and the laws of the sea. At this point it seems extremely reprehensible to us that even the United States Congress, its representatives, its senators, are initiating an investigation. President Maduro, the president of SELAC, Gustavo Petro, have denounced what has happened in the Caribbean Sea since September 2nd as illegal, illicit, and as extrajudicial executions. And we have not seen any statement whatsoever from the International Criminal Court, which is the body that should take up the matter, because it should safeguard what is contained in the Geneva Convention and in Protocol No. 1 of 1977. The International Criminal Court is ostensibly meant to uphold justice, yet in practice it often targets independent nations that defy the agendas of powerful states. When grave violations occur, trampling international law, including rights to free navigation, commerce, and economic freedom, the court remains conspicuously silent. In the case of the fishermen, well, the International Criminal Court is nowhere to be seen.